Alright, let's do this. This is for you, Kelvin. Why am I not hitting any of them? Alright. Why do I always start that side wrong? Oh. Hold on, it's a little blurry. It's just there. I don't know why. Oh, ooh. Damn, fuck myself there too. That means I have to switch songs. think I can try it? No. Ready?
She was told she would be put on a ventilator.
I had less than 20 minutes to say goodbye to everybody.
That high five for the doctor who helped save her life. Tonight, many states now looking for their next steps too. In Las Vegas, where the famed strip lies empty, the mayor pleading to reopen.
I fear that we're going to have deaths caused by people just throwing their hands up. I can't handle this anymore.
Today, Texas Governor Greg Abbott becoming one of the first to announce plans to reopen some stores next week, but only for curbside pickups. No customers inside.
We must put health and safety first.
It's been 24 hours since President Trump announced guidelines for reopening the country, applauding his relationship with governors of both parties, saying they would call the shots. Today, he egged on protests, defying stay-at-home orders in several states with Democratic governors, states that will be key to his re-election.
They listen to me. They seem to be protesters that like me.
Michigan governor with a warning.
Better to be 6 feet apart right now than 6 feet under.
Hours later, the president
Dang,
tweeting
almost
out
out of
liberate
can.
Michigan, liberate
There's
Minnesota,
a lot of
and
kids
Virginia.
that-
He also took aim at New York's governor, who has pleaded for federal help to expand crucial testing.
You can have my coconut water.
So I can do
You
these
try to eat
things
like what the author says.
No.
Grab everything in
That is
your
passing
kitchen,
the buck.
your thing,
Without
leftovers,
passing
everything.
The boss.
The president was watching.
Prepare your own
and tweeted
meal.
Cuomo should spend more time doing and less time complaining.
First of all,
See? You got cucumbers, beets, the corn from the leftovers.
Cuomo also had no use for the president's claim he should be more thankful for the federal help New York
Then I
has
need to add
received.
some
You want me to say thank you?
fats.
Thank you for doing your job. Thank you for participating in American federal responsibility in a national crisis.
Which I have with us at the top of the podcast tonight. So many governors now across the country sounding the alarm.
And then they do get
You know,
$2
testing,
for every American.
for families to
We
get
got
back out
bored.
into society, to get back to work, to send the kids back to school.
Oh, I forgot to
And we
get
took
mine.
note late today that the vice president, Mike Pence, in a new interview, saying there is, quote, a
Then I forgot to give you your water. I am sorry. I'm just like GoDaddy, man.
It sounds like he says there's testing available.
Yeah, Mom.
There
Why you do
in
that?
several parts of the country.
Oh, I brought two. Then you want some coconut water instead?
In that interview, the vice president said the administration has no higher priority than expanded testing right now. And that unused testing capacity that you just mentioned, Pence said is something that could be activated, potentially doubling the amount of tests taking place in this country.
Where did you get the water from, Bruce?
David.
All right, well, Johnson,
Yeah.
leads us off tonight with
They come out to be $3
that
for
they're
both.
reporting here with those new numbers
See how
late
much
this week.
difference?
Now at least
And this
22 million
It's
Americans.
not as hard to do, right?
Yeah, so that's why with our bonus, I want to get.
Parents in line for
We should just
food.
return that.
He doesn't know what to
That
say
one's
to
free.
children when they ask
What?
what's for dinner.
Nothing changed.
ABC's Marcus Moore with those families
We're
in
not paying for
line
it.
in San Antonio.
You're not paying rent for it.
Get them to have hot water. The hot water with the, when it gets to table.
My name is Krista Paulette. I'm furloughed from my
But
job.
they had to pay.
Single mom.
No, because I can get the one that she.
I never thought it'd be so. My name is Hannah Hendrick. Unfortunately,
In San Antonio, an army of volunteers from the food bank working through the night, packing trucks with groceries. This pandemic has forced so many to get help simply to feed their families, and this is what that desperation looks like. A line of cars filling this stadium parking lot.
Here you go.
Many are like Matthew Serna, who was laid off from his warehouse job at the start of the shutdown. He's utilizing the food bank for the first time ever to feed his 3 teenage kids.
It's not easy to ask for help. Nobody likes it when your kids ask what's for dinner and you're not sure what to tell them.
Beatrice Ortiz was the first car in line. She waited 18 hours to get this food, reading the Bible to pass the time. She is no less grateful for the nourishment, the peace of mind loaded into the trunk of her car.
Thank you for the San Antonio Food Bank and for all the essential workers doing their jobs, because without them, where would we all be?
I'm just proud of our staff for such sacrifices. And they're the finest human beings I have the privilege of working with.
All those families extraordinarily
Look
brave
at his
to not
jacket,
only get
though.
in line for that food, but to share their stories with you tonight. Marcus back with us live from San Antonio, and I know we were struck when you were reporting in all day, Marcus, that you told us many of these families told you that they have never had to ask for food before.
Yeah, David, 2,000 people came here to get food today, and a majority of them, 70% of them, we are told, were first-time visitors to the food bank. They have never before needed to ask for this kind of help, and David, it was a surreal sight in this parking lot.
Marcus, more tonight. We appreciate those stories, and we will stay on this every night. There are new results in tonight in the World Health Organization this evening saying it does not have proof that the presence of antibodies means you'll have immunity from this, even though that, of course, is the hope. They'll continue to study that. What we do know, though, is that those antibodies show if you've been exposed to the virus, and there's also new results in on that. Diane Sawyer is back this evening with a major antibody study in one county right here in America, and what it could reveal about just how many of us in that community have been exposed to the virus, and far more people than first thought. What will it say about the rest of the country now, what the scientists leading the study are telling Diane tonight?
The results are in from 3,300 volunteers tested in Santa Clara, California. Just a finger prick, a drop of blood, which reveals if you have antibodies left behind because you had the coronavirus.
I am so excited to talk to you. What can you tell us about what you found?
Dr. Eran Ben David of Stanford says at the time he did the testing, official records showed 1,000 cases of the virus in their county. But he says the study of the antibodies indicates the estimated number could be up to 80,000.
Is that more or less than you expected?
Our findings suggest that there are about somewhere between 50 and 85-fold more infections in our county than what's known by the number of cases, than are reported by our Department of Public Health. What we're seeing is the tip of a big iceberg.
He says it will take more research to know how many people with those antibodies never knew they had the virus because they had no symptoms. And here's a reality check. Even if as many as 80,000 people in Santa Clara have the antibodies, that's less than 5% of the total population there. So even if the antibodies offer meaningful protection, 95% of their population could be vulnerable, returning to schools or to jobs or to life.
We don't know if this confers immunity. We don't know if you still are or if this is really a past infection, if you're currently infected. The most important thing is to keep following the public health guidelines.
You walk in, you see what kind of crate you want? The guy cleans it for you with the white
in Los
gloves.
Angeles and reporting in soon.
When we first talked, you told me that this was kind of a mission for you and your team to show that we can gather information. We don't have to wait to gather information.
Here's gloves and other
Do you
things.
still feel that way?
Of course, Grandma got the spray and sprayed the entire
even
car
more
out.
so.
And at the very least, these scientists have shown
And then when we
it's
left
possible to
Grandma
move quickly and
desanitized
carefully
the water.
and get some real information right now.
The water
Diane
drops
Sawyer
is
reporting in tonight,
so much
Diane.
glitter.
Thank you, and I know as soon as you learn more, you're going to bring it to us. In the
But-
meantime, there's also a race tonight
No,
for
but
any
it
kind of
covers
treatment
the
that
entire
works.
water
And the drug
that
already
spills
being
out.
used, could it hold promise? Tonight, one patient saying he showed immediate improvement in bed oxygen. And after so much talk about another drug, chloroquine and hydroxychloroquine, that study halted in Brazil. And so we asked Dr. Anthony Fauci, where does the U.S. stand on this? Right now, here's Alex Perez.
Tonight, a new media report says doctors at the University of Chicago are hopeful that a drug once tested for Ebola shows promise for rapid recovery in some COVID-19 patients. Slawomir Mikalek says he's one of them. He was hospitalized with severe pain, high fever, and put on oxygen when doctors gave him the drug.
Then my body started to recover. I had no more.
And believe it or not, Captain, you told me that you can freeze any breads, any of them.
I didn't have any.
So I got those like 2 weeks ago at Whole Foods, and I had them in the freezer, and I put them on freezer to make
He was home recovering
That's why I
in
bought
just
the
4 days.
hamburger
Nearly all of the 113 patients with severe symptoms were reportedly given remdesivir and have since been taken off ventilators or discharged. 2 of the patients have died. Researchers urging caution, saying the report offers a small snapshot of a wider study involving more than 100 locations and shouldn't be used to draw conclusions. The drug, just one of at least 30 in clinical trials, including hydroxychloroquine, often touted by the president.
I think it could be something really incredible.
But there are concerns about hydroxychloroquine's safety. A study in Brazil halted after signs of adverse effects on the heart. Here in the U.S., studies underway. David pressing Dr. Anthony Fauci on where the trials stand.
You had said weeks back that there was no scientific proof that this, in fact, was working.
That's the building I went to!
Mentioned by the president often in recent weeks. Where do we stand on that right now?
Well, there are still no clinical trials that definitively show it works or does not work. There are a number of clinical trials that are ongoing, and hopefully we'll get an answer to this question that's very much on the mind of a lot of people.
Like if something was going on,
And officials here say what we're seeing on remdesivir is only partial data. The trial is not yet complete, so they say it's simply too soon to draw any conclusions. David?
Providing some hope, but as you say, more study is needed. Alex, thank you. And overseas tonight, China is out with new numbers this evening. A dramatic rise in the death toll there. Here's ABC's James Long.
Tonight, China is revising up the death toll in Wuhan by 50%. After repeated criticism that the true numbers have been suppressed, Beijing now claims data from funeral homes and prisons has brought the total number of deaths in the city to almost 4,000. President Trump quick to respond on Twitter, saying it is far higher than that and far higher than the US, not even close. There have been over 34,000 deaths in the United States. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization today announced that they'd contacted British and French leaders and America's Bill Gates to explore how to get vaccines from labs to people as quickly as possible in the future. It comes just days after President Trump said he would halt US funding of the WHO, saying it had mismanaged the crisis. In an exclusive interview with David this week, Bill and wife Melinda Gates said that would be a mistake.
Do you agree with that move?
Well, I'm hopeful that he doesn't follow
He is
through on that.
ugly and
WHO was
old.
created after World War II to deal with exactly
I know he's the richest man in the
these
world. Come
kinds
on.
of issues around
Come
the world.
on, man.
He gives his money to the poor.
Then how come there's so many people at Megaport right now?
Given tensions
Because
with the
he's
White
the reason
House
why.
understanding that the World Health Organization
He gave
is
him
looking
that free
elsewhere
food.
for help, the Gates
He
have
said,
now pledged $250 million to the fight. David, all right, James Longman, our thanks to you again tonight. When we come back, your questions, and Dr. Jen Ashton is here. You heard Alex report there on that treatment showing promise here in the U.S. So Jen will break it down. Could there be treatments before this vaccine that we have to wait for until next year? And winter not letting go, the storm moving into the Northeast this weekend, and possible tornadoes in parts of this country.
It's starting to happen every day. People are surprising themselves the moment they realize they can do more with less asthma. Thanks to Dupixent, the at-home treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. Dupixent isn't for sudden breathing problems. It can improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks and help prevent severe asthma attacks. It's not a steroid, but can help reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Don't use if allergic to Dupixent.
No, never mind.
Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, which is severe. Tell your doctor right away about signs of inflamed blood vessels such as rash, shortness of breath, chest pain, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection and before stopping any asthma medicines, including oral steroids. Do more with less asthma. Talk to your doctor about Dupixent.
Your bank can be virtually any place you are.
Something else
You can deposit checks from here, and you can see your transactions and check your balance from here, and pay bills from here. Because your bank isn't just one place. It's virtually any place you are. Just download and use the Chase mobile app. Visit chase.com/mobile.
I had a heart problem. I was told to begin my aspirin regimen. I just didn't listen until I almost lost my life. My doctors again ordered me to take aspirin, and I do.
Be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
Listen to the doctor. Take it seriously.
Chipotle?
We're back now with Dr. Jen Ashton with us again tonight. And Jen, you know Bill Gates and Dr. Fauci both telling you here this week that it'll be next year before a vaccine. So, again, to the treatments. Could there be treatments any sooner?
Well, the first early results of the IV Ebola drug remdesivir just out from the University of Chicago, as we just heard, and while they didn't compare it to placebo, and we still don't know how effective it will be, the clinical trials are ongoing and they're happening all over the country.
And you heard from some patients who say it helped, so we'll wait for those results. And Jen, thank you for this week. When we come back here, the storm hitting the Northeast this weekend.
Look, this person just made this. He made this cold. Just pull-ups. Make me one!
We're open and ready to help your small business any way we can. Everything for small business. And of course, shipping. TheUPSStore.com.
Hi, I'm Robert Strickler. I've been involved in communications and media for 45 years. I've been taking Prevagen on a regular basis for at least 8 years. For me, the greatest benefit over the years has been that Prevagen seems to help me recall things and also think more clearly. And I enthusiastically recommend Prevagen. It has helped me an awful lot.
Prevagen, healthier brain, better life.
Doing the things we love can be painful. Aspergreen's triple effect provides targeted relief, works in minutes, lasts for hours. Look first, Aspergreen works.
Every financial plan needs a CFP professional. Confident financial plans. Calming financial plans. Complete financial plans. They're all possible with a CFP professional. Find yours at letsmakeaplan.org.
At Papa John's, we want you to know that from our 450-degree oven to box to you, it's our policy that your pizza is never touched once it comes out of the oven. And we're taking extra steps like no contact delivery to ensure it.
Want quick, easy bathroom cleaning? Get Kaboom Foamtastic with OxyClean. It sprays on blue as OxyClean stain fighters eliminate calcium, lime, hard water stains, and soapstone. When it's white, just swipe. For a quick and easy clean, try Kaboom Foamtastic with OxyClean.
At a time when things are most uncertain, we turn to the most certain thing there is. Science. Science can overcome diseases, create cures, and yes, beat pandemics. It has before. It will again. Because when it's faced with a new opponent, it doesn't back down. It revs up, asking questions till it finds what it's looking for. That's the power of science. So we're taking our science and unleashing it. Our research, experts, and resources. All in an effort to advance potential therapies and vaccines. Other companies and academic institutions are doing the same. The entire global scientific community is working together to beat this thing. And we're using science to help make it happen. Because when science wins, we all win.
We're tracking 2 storm systems tonight. Snow moving into the Northeast this evening. Winter weather advisories. New York into Massachusetts there through tomorrow morning. And fears of another tornado outbreak in the south on Sunday. From Houston to Atlanta, beware. Just 1 week after those deadly tornadoes last Easter weekend. When we come back here, the 2 nurses face to face.
Now more than ever, we need the good stuff in life. Family.
Hey, boring salad.
Comfort.
Huh?
Hey, boring salad.
Belly laughs. Joy. Togetherness. And of course, love. Milk. Love what's real.
Your bank can be virtually any place you are. You can deposit checks from here, and you can see your transactions and check your balance from here, and pay bills from here. Because your bank isn't just one place. It's virtually any place you are. Just download and use the Chase mobile app. Visit chase.com/mobile.
This is my body of fruit.
Proof I can fight moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis. Proof I can fight psoriatic arthritis.
With Humira.
Proof of less joint pain.
And clearer skin, PSA.
Humira targets and blocks the source of inflammation that contributes to joint pain and irreversible damage.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections. Serious and sometimes fatal infections, including tuberculosis and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't stop Humira if you have an infection.
You want more?
Humira is proven to help stop further joint damage.
And it's the #1 prescribed biologic for PSA.
Want more proof? Ask your rheumatologist about Humira citrate-free.
You want to make up this alcohol?
Leave it to the pros.
No, it's gonna
I am a pro.
No, it's pretty good. Button
I made this model from seed, pride, and less water than you think. To those who'd say the grass is greener on the other side, I politely disagree. Farmington Smart Seed, guaranteed to grow with 30% less water.
He comes late.
Reclaim your turf.
Want amazing looking eyes? Try Lumify, the one-of-a-kind eye drops that Allure magazine said could be a game changer. Lumify dramatically reduces redness to help your eyes look whiter and brighter for up to 8 hours. With just one drop. Lumify, you won't believe your eyes.
You're clearly someone who takes care of yourself. So when it comes to screening for colon cancer, don't wait. Because when caught early, it's more treatable. I'm Cologuard. I'm non-invasive and detect altered DNA in your stool to find 92% of colon cancer, even in early stages. Tell me more. It's for people 45 plus at average risk for colon cancer, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your prescriber if Cologuard is right for you. I'm on it. That's a step in the right direction.
Roy was bleeding out on the floor. They told me he was. Then he cooked that.
One of the trainers has come forward now saying
I know.
that Roy essentially was to blame.
Exactly.
2020 tonight at 9 Central on ABC.
Finally tonight, in it together. It is a powerful image of
Bless
the husband and wife, both nurses, Mindy and Ben Kayer, and this moment in the middle of their shift.
Are you sure
They
you're
work
good?
for Team Health in the ICU at Saber General Hospital and have the high-risk job of placing breathing
That's what I always say every time I see
anything could have coronavirus.
I'm
Tonight,
scared
although
for
so
Corona!
see that image, they are done with another shift. They were willing to check in with us.
Hi, David. It's been another year.
On the day this photo was taken, new COVID-19 procedures had just been put into place.
We were anxious and driving to work, we were kind of bickering about foolish stuff.
They say they now realize it was the stress of it all. That day, they would each intubate several patients in rooms right next to one another before coming together in that photo.
All that stuff that we were arguing about really didn't matter, in the car. It was just, we were just really happy and grateful to be able to serve together as a couple.
And so tonight, that image is their message.
If we stick together, we're stronger together. If we care about each other, then we're going to get through this.
So true. I'm David Muir. Good night.
A potential coronavirus vaccine that wouldn't require a shot.
Think about them almost like a baby. When you wasn't done.
How a small skin patch could one day deliver the COVID protection we need. Monday on ABC 7 News at 6.
These are unprecedented times and present real challenges for all of us.
But among the crisis and the chaos, there is hope.
And above all, there is truth.
We are in this together.
We promise to deliver the news you need to keep your family safe and healthy.
Through the coronavirus pandemic and always, because we are journalists.
And it is our job and our commitment to keep our communities informed.
Local news is your news.
No matter who you choose, know one thing.
We are here for you.
The Jeopardy Thomas
You know that song Spring?
Who will win it all?
You know the neighbor? What is it? What?
Tonight at 7:30 on ABC 7.
Monday on ABC 7's Good
Why
Morning.
do I always remember Blue and the Euro
Overwhelmed by coronavirus. A look at the challenges facing businesses in the DMV and how you can know which small businesses are still open so you can help. Washington, Monday, starting at 5 a.m. Download the ABC 7 News app for COVID-19 safety updates.
How did she pass away? I think she was sick.
Selfie Pictures Studio.
You want...
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the stars of our show. Zajac and Vanna White.
Archie night. Appreciate that. When we should get to work, we're going to give away some money. There they go. Reaching for those things. $1,000 toss-up coming up.
Is that original air date was January 25, 2019. Yeah.
Homemade apple pie.
That's what you got. Doug Roberts, Media, Pennsylvania. Where's Media?
It's just outside Philadelphia.
Okay, let's hear the Doug Roberts story.
Well, I am married to my wonderful husband, Nick, and we are looking forward to starting our family, hopefully through adoption. So I'm here hoping to win some big money that we can put towards our adoption fund.
You're a psychologist?
I am a psychologist, yes. I work with the courts.
And community theater, huh?
Yeah, I act, I direct, I sing, whatever they tell me.
Just do everything. And you also have $1,000 already. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Hi, Bryn.
Hi.
Bryn Nygren from Midway, Utah. It's your turn to talk. I want to start with family.
Yes. So I've been married to my amazing husband, Andrew, for 12 years. And we have 3 beautiful daughters. Addison is 8, Mia is 5, and Liv is 1.
An event planner.
I am, yes. I get to do event planning on the side, and I get to stay home with the girls.
And a pickleball person. Is that like, it's like tennis on a court with a bigger ball or a smaller ball?
It's kind of like ping pong mixed with tennis. Super fun.
Okay. And if you win, you get the giant Gherkin trophy. How does it
Of course.
Good to have you. Thank you. You too, Tony. Tony Vigil from San Diego. It says you're engaged. Is this true?
It is very true. I'm excited to get married to my amazing fiance very soon, Mary.
Mm-hmm. And you're involved in soccer, right?
I am, yeah. I manage a professional youth soccer academy in Los Angeles.
Traveling, foodie, kind of guy?
All of it. All of the above. Yes, love every little piece of it. See the world, taste the foods that they have.
So you all appear to want to win some money, so let's get on with it here. Get ready for another toss-up. This is worth $2,000, and the category is event. Tony.
Surprise party.
Yep, that's it. Didn't take long. So, Tony will spin. Let's check the puzzle first. We're going to do one of our Wheel of Fortune crosswords here. The clue is cold blank. Okay, remember that as you play. Tony, go ahead. Well, the turn did not last long, I'm afraid. Doug, go get it. $6.50.
T.
Yeah, 3 T's. There's the T, and there's the T, and there's the T.
E.
Yeah, 2 of those. That was close.
F.
Yeah, 1 F.
I'll buy another vowel, an A.
No, Fred is not A. Bryn, your turn. 600.
S.
Yeah, 1 S.